He stands alone, not because he despises company, but because he understands the sacred value of his solitude. He moves through the world like a man with no need to announce himself, yet his absence speaks louder than the noise that surrounds him. Eyes turn, not because he demands attention, but because there is something unsettlingly complete about him, something that neither chases nor concedes. He has mastered the rare art of needing nothing, and in a world that feeds on validation, this makes him magnetic. People are drawn to what they do not understand. They crave the presence of the man who does not seek them, who is unmoved by the currents of approval or rejection. What they cannot predict, they chase. What they cannot possess, they desire. And he remains still, not out of apathy, but out of purpose. He knows the cost of being too available, of offering too much without discernment. Emotion in his world is not currency to be flung at every passerby. It is a weapon, a tool, a sacred fire only stoked when truly needed. Where others explain, he observes. Where others react, he waits. He knows that those who speak most loudly often reveal their wounds, that those who hurry to be understood often betray their weakness. So he listens, but he does not confess. He cares, but he does not chase. Not because he feels nothing, but because he has learned the price of letting others into the quiet places of his soul too soon. He has bled for it. He has been emptied by it. And now he guards it like the rare treasure it is. He does not need to play a role. He is not the hero, not the victim, not the pleaser or the rebel. He simply exists, outside the scripts others try to write for him. And because of this, he is feared. Feared not because he is cruel, but because he cannot be moved on command. Because he has taken back the power most people give away freely. Power over their emotions, their validation, their presence. He knows that true influence does not come from being loud, but from being unreadable. Mystery creates gravity. Predictability creates boredom. And so he cultivates his silence, his restraint, with the precision of a craftsman. Not to punish, but to preserve, because he understands the simple truth. What is rare is valuable. What is abundant is dismissed. He does not perform. He is. People will call him cold. Let them. They will say he is distant. Let them. Their discomfort is not his concern. He has no interest in easing the anxiety that arises when they cannot define him. His silence forces them to look inward, to face the hunger they hoped he would fill. He offers no comfort, no easy mirror. And in doing so, he reveals them to themselves. He is not detached because he feels nothing. He is detached because he has learned that not everyone is worthy of access. His boundaries are not walls of bitterness, but gates of discernment. He opens them only to those who knock with respect, who come not with demands, but with reverence. He is not unkind. He is precise. He has no room for games disguised as intimacy, for performances masked as connection. He has loved before, and he has lost. But in that loss, he did not crumble. He refined himself. He turned inward, not to retreat, but to reclaim. He knows now that to be loved without respect is not love at all, that to be understood at the cost of self-respect is not connection, but submission. And he will not submit. He would rather be alone in truth than embraced in illusion. He is the storm that waits, the fire that does not burn until summoned with honor. He walks away not because he is indifferent, but because he knows his worth. And he will not beg to be seen. He will not lower himself to be kept. He would rather be feared for his silence than loved for his surrender. His presence challenges. It demands that others rise to meet him rather than pull him down. And those who cannot, those who only loved the version of him that explained, that bent, that gave without measure, they will fall away. And he will let them, not out of hatred, but out of love for the man he has become. He does not react. He chooses. He does not reveal. He observes. And in this discipline lies his strength. Because what is most feared in this world is a man who can't be manipulated, who cannot be bought with flattery or broken with rejection. He has become a fortress, not to keep the world out, but to ensure that only the worthy enter. Detachment for him is not escape. It is sovereignty. It is not numbness. It is clarity. It is the refusal to trade his peace for proximity, his dignity for approval, his soul for belonging. He is not alone because he cannot connect. He is alone because he will not settle. He understands now that love, attention, connection, all must be earned, not taken. And when they are earned, they are cherished. When they are given freely without demand or performance, they become sacred. This is the paradox. The more he withholds, the more they crave. The more he chooses, the more they offer. Because in a world that gives itself away too easily, the one who waits becomes the one they cannot forget. He will not explain. He will not apologize for the distance he maintains. Because that distance is the reason he is respected. It is the source of his power. It is what separates him from those who are always reacting, always pleasing, always trying to prove. He has nothing to prove. He has only himself to preserve. So he watches, he listens, and he waits, not for permission, not for validation, but for those rare few who see his silence not as a wall, but as an invitation to rise. Those who understand that he is not absent, but present in a way most cannot comprehend. Present without need, present without fear, present without compromise. This is detachment. Not the end of feeling, but the beginning of mastery. Not the denial of connection, but its purification. It is the highest form of presence, the kind that needs no explanation, no justification, no performance, just stillness, just truth, just Hayim.